Over 1 million people make a living playing this 20-year-old browser game. For some, clicking on these blocky-looking lizards 12 hours a day is fun. These people should be studied by scientists. But for others, these two-dimensional dragons are the only things left keeping food on the table. What's going on? How much could you possibly make? And why is this game so special? Let's talk about it. Runescape has been around since 2001. It has 6 Guinness World Records, celebrities love it.
Oh yeah, we should do a Runescape stream too.
And it boasts one of the largest player bases of any online game today, which is weird. Because the game looks like you could run it on your grandma's toaster. But what RuneScape lacks in pixels, it makes up for in fantasy. Slay demons, sail the high seas. Heck, you can even buy your own house. But the coolest thing of all are the dragon claws. The ultimate weapon. And I'm so close. Yep, between the monthly content updates and the growing community, RuneScape was pretty much the perfect game. Then came the Venezuelans. See, unlike other gamers that came to play, the Vennies came to work, farming in-game items by the truckload and then selling them for real-life cash. To them, this cute little browser game with its 2 million potential customers was a gold mine. Want a colorful dragon tooth? That's $2. Neat looking bow? $300. There's people getting real rich doing this, and the game hasn't been the same since.
These players don't play the game for fun.
One of the country's most lucrative financial opportunities.
Oh, so they're genuinely just ruining the entire economy.
Within months, RuneScape's economy starts to crash. All the good spots get taken. Prices plunge into freefall, and the Venezuelan gold farmers now make up over 1/3 of the player base. God damn it! I can't make any gold anymore. You know what? If no one's gonna stop them, I'll do it myself. Wait, what? Turns out, Venezuela is in the middle of a full-blown crisis. The schools are silent. Rusty doors creak in the wind. Hospitals reek of rotting eggs and disinfectant. Nurses count pills by hand because there's not enough for everyone. Crimes are at an all-time high. Supermarkets are empty, and toilet paper is way too expensive. That's for one roll, by the way. Wait. What's all this? I thought you gold farmers were rich. Rich? Maybe like one dude in the country. The rest of us, we're just trying to eat. So you guys don't want to farm dragon bones 16 hours a day and ruin the economy? Tell me what happened. Maybe I can help. Help? You're 20 years too late for 20 years. Alright, gotcha. Thanks. Venezuela wasn't always the capital of Dodgetown. In fact, it started off pretty OP. See, 1,000 meters beneath its sinking slums lies the largest reserves of oil in the world. Yeah, Google it. So when oil was $1.50 a barrel in the early 2000s, things were good. Maybe a little too good. The government started getting lazy, took on a bunch of debt, and corruption began to spread. Then, the oil crash hit. Dinosaur juice plummeted to $50 a barrel, and Venezuela saw 2/3 of its income vanish just like that. But uh-oh, we still got all this debt. What do? Hey, I got an idea. Venezuela starts printing money, and it works! For like a week. The government could technically make their monthly minimums now, sure, but it came with a price. Grocery prices tripled overnight. Kids went to school with empty lunchboxes, and the teachers were making the equivalent of $13 a month. So about the same as America. But uh-oh, it's bill time again. Guess we better boot up the old money machine, huh? And this happens over and over and over for the next 10 years. And now you know how we got here. Meanwhile, on the streets, people are scrambling. They need money. Enter side hustles. Engineers start fixing phones. Lawyers set up a ripa stands. But none of that works. Everyone's too broke to buy. Plan B. We got a ton of land and not a lot of food. Let's just grow some. It's genius. How long till dinner, Daddy? People start getting desperate. They're willing to try anything. Hey mister, you got any ideas? You got a computer? Venezuela discovers gold farming. Now, when it first started, people were experimenting with different games. There were the cool kids, farming gold in World of Warcraft. Just look at those pixels. And then there were the boomers, playing retro, obscure titles no one had ever heard of. But over time, all paths led to Runescape. Why? First, Runescape paid pretty well. In the early days, gold sold anywhere between 50 cents to $1 per million. Farm a very achievable 10 million gold per day, and you were raking in 15 times more money than the average doctor. But more importantly, the game was also extremely accessible. It runs on your grandma's toaster, remember? So it didn't matter if you were rich or poor, if you were on NVIDIA 1080s or Intel integrated. If you had a computer, you too could make $7 a day. And it takes off. Word spreads to every corner of the country. Parents talk about RuneScape at dinner tables, and gold farming blooms into one of the most lucrative jobs in the country. Your granny called, she wants her toaster back. Thanks to this 20-year-old browser game, the once ravaged nation of Venezuela was starting to heal. Children could buy shoes. Little Alejandro doesn't have to wipe his ass with magazine covers anymore. For the first time in a long time, things were good. Oh shit! When money starts flowing, the sharks come circling. People are getting robbed in real life for RuneScape gold. Rumors say the mob is getting involved. Suddenly, being a RuneScape gold farmer is like rocking full third age in level 50 wildy. It's dangerous. But it gets worse. The price of gold starts crashing fast. Too many farmers means there's an oversupply on the market. And while all this is happening, the RuneScape developers drop the first of many ban waves. See, gold selling is super against the rules. It's unfair to the players and bad for the game. And with the massive influx of gold farmers, the devs had to do something. But so what if you get banned? Just make a new character, right? You could, but starting fresh, you ain't gonna be making 10 mil a day. Not even close. Gold farmers have to invest time into leveling up their accounts so they can farm the best spots. Time that they don't get paid for. And so for some, getting hit by the ban hammer could mean going hungry for days. The golden age of Venezuelan gold farming was officially over. It's risky, margins are drying up, and one slip could cost you your account. But here's the kicker. Most Venezuelans don't have any other choice. So they keep grinding. Because if they don't, they'll probably starve. Holy shit! If only there was something I could do. Wait a second.
Here comes the money.
Here we go.